What's up?
How you got the Robin sign in the back? Okay, we're on Robin Street. Let's go.
You know, I have to like flex a little bit on the
I'm not
home
mad
setup.
at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm redoing my apartment right now, so I'm gonna flex
Oh,
next
are
week.
you?
Yeah, completely redoing
Oh,
my
good.
apartment right now, so I'm gonna flex hard next week.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Yeah. So what is new? Okay, so you're redoing your apartment. What is
Yes.
newest to your world and routine right now while the world is wild? For
I feel like
AT, what's new?
the biggest thing probably might be my puppy. Like that's just the biggest addition that has happened within a couple of weeks. I feel like, and it's completely like I thought I wasn't gonna be on a schedule, but he's actually regulated it for me and has me on a complete schedule right now. I feel like I have my own kid.
Yo, you're a dad. Yo, you're a dad. At has a little baby. Tell the world about Cassius and where his name comes from and all that.
So I've been looking to get a French bulldog probably for like 6 months now. And a lot of people don't know I go back and forth with Jess Sims and send her like dog options. And she was like my ultimate guru for being like, 18, that's not for you. She was the ultimate person, like, nope, that's not the one. That's not the one.
She was the vibe check for the dog check.
It was completely the vibe check, like the ultimate vibe check for the dog. I was trying to go back and forth and debating what kind of dog, when do I want to get it, when's the best time. And obviously, our schedules are crazy. There's never a moment for us
Yeah.
to just kind of like train a puppy. There's never really a great moment for that. Just so with everything with the coronavirus, it's kind of this moment of stillness. I was like, you know what? I need a little bit of companionship. I'm a little lonely in my own apartment. Let me just get a puppy. I'm a dog lover. He keeps me happy. He keeps me going. He keeps me on a regular routine. So if anything, I'm blessed to have him. And his name actually came from our Peloton clothing line that we did for the Black History Month with Cassius. So that was the inspiration behind
the
it.
Basquiat collection.
The Basquiat
The Black
collection.
History Month.
That was what the inspiration came about. I was like, it was in that month that I came up with the dog name. I was like, why would I not name my dog Cassius and then Cash for short after the world's greatest? I was like, that's exactly what I'm going to name him.
Oh my God, that is so next level.
It was a one-shot deal. It was like a one-shot deal.
He was meant to be your dog son.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And when we first met.
So what's the deal with his, like, does he have dog friends? Does he have a dog? Like, how does the, like, social networking of dog world? Because dog owners are like a certain type.
I'm not gonna
now
lie,
you are in that world.
It's like equivalent to like the Peloton home members when you get your bike for the first time. It's like, I'm rocking with this clique. Like, this is who I'm rocking with. So the only dogs that he's met has been other instructors' dogs, because those are the only dogs I could guarantee that are obviously they have their shots are up to date. And I feel safe with. I know those dogs are in the best care of all the people possible. He has one more week of shots, and then he's going to be out in the dog park, running the streets. I'm just a little nervous because he's going to get more famous than me. So
100%. Like, you
he's already
got
got
what you asked for. Yeah, I will never forget. It was one of my first TV appearances back in the day, and it was like a morning news. I think it was like New York One or something. And I was on set, and I was so nervous. And they were like, "It's okay, because like you're right after one of the most popular things that we're showing today." And I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. What's that?" And they were like, "Doug the Pug. You come on after Doug the Pug." And I was like, "Word, let's do it." And then it, like, everything came. Shout out to Doug the Pug. And it turns out that Doug the Pug's owners are Peloton members. Yep. So it all came full circle. I was like, see, we're all in the family.
That is amazing. Cool. That is amazing.
So so you mentioned that you have been feeling lonely. And I think a lot of people have felt that recently. Even if you live in a house with a whole bunch of people, we can still feel loneliness. So like, what's the AT way of like getting through that, like working through that vibe?
So I'm very much a person that, like, on the weekends, especially when I get a little bit more time, I like to bounce around and literally just go check on my people in person. I'm a very personable person. I want to see your face. I want to see your emotions. I want to make sure I'm physically there to check in on you. So that's when I say I get a little lonely, just because like my routine of going to check in on my mom, my uncle, my brothers, it's kind of just at an all-time halt. Even my coworkers, like everything's just at an all-time halt. So honestly, Zoom and like video chat has been the number one form of it for me. And just
who did you video chat with last?
Ben, actually in the UK. Ben was the last person I video chat. Yeah. Like 3 times today alone.
Oh my God.
Like 3 times today alone. And like, that's what's so special though. Like, I normally don't get time to check in on Ben like via FaceTime. So in this moment of stillness, like you call it, it gives me the perfect opportunity for me and Ben to connect. And that's what we came about. Like, let's push each other on our own rides to PRs. Like, you're a pro at what you do. I'm a pro. We're pros together. Let's come together. Let's coach each other as teammates.
Wait, I need the full tea. So like he's on your ride and then you FaceTime him being like, yo, let's go. Like,
so what happened was we talked earlier this week about like, I'm on a road to 1,000 output. That's my goal, is to break 1,000 output within this quarantine time frame. And
whoa.
Just speaking to Ben about it, Ben was like, you know what, let's do it together. Like iron sharpens iron. I was like, you know what, let's rock. And I thought to myself after, I was like, what's the point of having teammates if you can't call upon them to push you to another level of greatness? What's the point? Like, that's exactly what family and teammates are all for. So we hopped on his ride today, 45-minute hitting hills, broke a PR today, and then we're hopping on tomorrow morning for Club Banger. So I took his ride live with him. He's gonna take mine live with me tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. Have y'all been covering this on social or no? It's just
yeah. So we hopped on IG.
Bell and Alex. You did, okay.
Yeah. We had to cover it on social. We had to. We wanted the Peloton community to jump on it together.
Hell yeah. So how do you think the Peloton community has helped you? Because I was speaking to Tunde and about how as a member now taking these classes, like you're like the first moment I had actually was in one of your live classes from PSNY. It was a pop ride, I think, and you just had like, it was so visceral for me. And I was like, oh wow, I'm experiencing what members feel in our classes as just a member, not even as your teammate. So it's like, how has that been for you? Because I know for the instructors, we're experiencing it differently now.
Honestly, it's the best part because I'm putting myself into the member's shoes now, and I'm understanding every time they get that milestone, they get that PR. Like, I know what it feels like, but to be on the opposite end and receive it from like taking your class or Ben's class or like Tunde's class, to get that validation is the ultimate feeling. I'm a full-on home rider right now. Like, add my leaderboard, Mr. Toussaint 25. Let me know what ride you're jumping on. I'm in your group. Like, I'm a full home rider right now. I love it.
Oh my God.
But
100.
honestly, it's been a very big learning curve for me also, because like I said, we are all pros in what we do. So at the same time of me pushing myself, I'm actually learning and receiving information from other people's classes. So it's a way for me to sharpen up on my skills within the time frame of pushing myself. So it's kind of cool to learn from the people I call family and teammates.
If members could say one thing about your classes, what would it be?
They can say one thing about my class.
Like one word description of an Alex Toussaint ride.
It would have to be 2-part ass kicking. Like, and that just like simplifies it in the sense of like, I don't want them to ever feel like they come to my ride like, oh, he could have went harder. Like, nah, we're going hard every time that we have an opportunity to. Like, I'm gonna kick your ass and smile while doing it. So hopefully they receive it in a positive way.
So the athletes have been flocking to your rides, and the golfers and the warriors and like all these iconic athletes are like competing on your rides.
Yeah.
Who's the most surprising person who slid into your DMs?
It would have to be either Bryce Harper or Rory McIlroy. And for 2 reasons of like, I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I respect the sport to the fullest. And Bryce Harper is like elite. So the fact that he's casually slid in like, yo, I'm a fan, like, I'm coming to this ride, it was like a, whoa. It threw me completely off. And same goes for Rory too. Rory being, it's crazy. Rory being the #1 golfer in the world and is like on these rides every day religiously. It's like, as an athlete, a fan, and a Peloton instructor, I'm like, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't like hyped. I'd be lying.
So what do you think walk us through your vibe check. Like, walk us through, like, when you like, so you've created this thing called a vibe check. You do it in your rides, but like, walk me through like 2 or 3 parts of like your vibe check when you're checking your own self.
Oh, absolutely. And it's my favorite part of the day. Honestly, it starts from the minute my eyes wake up. My rule is I sleep with my phone outside of my room now. That way I don't pick it up the first thing. Drink a bottle of water because the Cody Rigsby told me to. Then when I open and that's a fact too, by the way.
Oh my God. Drink a bottle of water because Cody Rigsby told me to. Like, I need that on a t-shirt right now.
That's it. That's it, you know? No, but for the minute I opened my eyes, my mother always told me, make sure you count your blessings before your feet touch the ground. So that's like step 1 of the vibe check, in the sense of you have an opportunity that you woke up today. A lot of people don't get that opportunity every single day, and like we need to stop taking that for granted. So my mother always taught myself, wake up, open your two eyes before your feet touch that ground, say your prayers, give your thanks for another day of blessings. Now, once my feet touch the ground, before I walk from my bedroom into my bathroom, I actually start with the first step of inhale the confidence, exhale the doubt. And that's my way of clearing my mindset, any negative energy that I might have thrown onto myself while I was sleeping. That's just a way of pushing it out. Just step one. Step two is going into the mirror. Once again, doing the inhale of confidence, exhale the doubt. Then I go into brushing my teeth, washing my face, do my routine. And before I walk out the bathroom, I do the last inhale of confidence. On the last doubt, I actually scream it out. That way, anything remainder is just clean, it's fresh, it's ready to go. My teeth look good, my face is clean, and now I'm ready to go jumpstart my day. And that's like the 3-step process of like how I go from inhale confidence, exhale doubt, 3 rounds before I even get anything going.
Yeah, I'd be so hyped. Oh my God.
That's why it works so well for me. Like, it's crazy.
Hell yeah. But I didn't realize it was that prescriptive.
Yeah.
No wonder. No wonder you are a whole damn vibe. What would the title of your memoir be?
Ooh. You know, it's really funny. I've been thinking about that lately in the sense of there's so many different chapters of my own life. And like, obviously it's the, like I preached started out mopping floors has been like my journey. I've always wanted to rock with that, but like, I feel like I've evolved so much from that now that it's like, that can't be the title anymore. And I think that where I am mentally, it would have to go along the lines of change your mindset, don't change your direction.
Ooh. What do you, okay. So I want to get into the mindset thing really quickly. So what, is it the vibe check that gets you back into like a warrior mindset, or like what is it the vibe check that gets you into the right mindset, or how do you get yourself out of a funk?
So out of a funk is the opposite now. I created this thing within the last couple of months, the 1 hour rule. And that's because I started realizing, I'll be open about it. I was holding grudges for things that I should have been holding grudges for. My energy was just like, I was letting people kill my energy when they really shouldn't have. And I was like, why am I waking up moving at 85% when I could really be moving at 100, 110? I feel good right now, but something is holding me back, pulling that energy out of me. And I'm very much the person who protects their energy. So I was like, I'm unplugging anything negative from my life. I don't care what it is, unapologetically unplugging it, resetting it, and protecting it. That's just how I'm moving right now. And I implemented this 1 hour rule. And if anything kind of slides into my mental space, it kind of throws me in a funk, kind of kills my vibe check, I give it exactly 60 minutes. I address it head on at this point now. You get 60 minutes of my full undivided attention. And after that, I'm back onto how I want to be. I'm protecting my energy. I'm going to address it, reset it, protect it, and back into where I need to be. So now my new thing is a 1 hour rule.
You're protecting your peace.
Yeah. You know what? Time and energy is the most valuable things that we could have. And I'll be damned if somebody else takes my energy from me.
Damn, that's so true. So we're going to move into some fun rapid fire questions. You're going to get into a place where you can plank comfortably, a plank of your choosing.
Okay.
And then you're going to answer in 1 minute as many of these rapid fire questions coming out of the Mrs. Butler honeymoon bag.
Let's do it.
The magic number is 8. So you want to beat 8. Cody got 8, Tunde got 8.
Okay.
So you want to try to beat 8 questions. So you let me know where you're comfortable, and then we'll start the timer.
Let's do it. A 1 minute plank. Now we going elbow plank, regular plank. How we doing it?
Whatever plank floats your boat today.
Well, you don't do basics, so I'll go elbow plank. That makes you feel bad. I'm in it now.
Here we go. All right, you let me know when you're ready. I'll start it. 3, 2, 1. Describe your current mood in 1 word.
Ooh, sensational.
Which instructor has the cutest Pelo pup?
Me.
Which instructor is most likely to bake a loaf of sourdough bread?
Ooh, Christine.
Which instructor is most likely to be seen eating a chocolate chip cookie?
Oliver.
That's right. Best career advice you ever received?
Stay true to yourself, know your worth, and then add tax.
Which German instructor is most likely to be seen wearing a pink fuzzy coat?
Eric. I'll say Eric. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What languages do you know how to speak?
English, Creole.
Ooh. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done while teaching a Peloton class?
Ooh, farted.
Morning or night person?
Night.
All right, last one. First app you open in the morning.
Email. But that's not an app. Shit. I would have to be Instagram then. Damn.
All right, you're done. Oh my God, that was so good.
All right, that was fun. How many did I get?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9.
Yeah.
And you would have gotten 10 if you didn't say email.
I know.
Damn, you slayed that, AT. I mean,
man.
I would expect nothing less.
It was an eloquence.
Thank you for indulging that fun little game. So now I'll be in the hot seat if you have any questions for me or anything else you want to tell the audience of hustlers at home.
Absolutely. I've always wanted to ask you, and I feel like I would ask you this off camera. Throughout this time for Robin Arzón, what has been the biggest adjustment? 1, but 2, how do you plan for yourself to come out of this completely evolved?
Okay, so I'm realizing I had in my head that I needed to train, that the reason I feel the way I feel most days and the reason I look the way I do is because I train the most all the time at the max intensity or the max distance.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing in these last few weeks that like I'm in control of my that my center is grounded, that it doesn't necessarily rely on working out in a particular way or working out in a particular intensity. I realized that. And then I also realized that like I can feel good in my body and proud of my body without needing to demolish it every day. So I'm finding better balance. Like I think I'm gonna when we get out of this, I mean, I definitely, trust me, like I still want to slay and work hard and put a barbell on my back and run marathons, but I'm realizing that it doesn't need to be the most all the time, that I can carve out a little more moments, just like to read the book, to call the friend, to FaceTime, you know what I mean? So like that I have to take with me even when we're back on our normal schedules. I think I'm going to have a better balance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're one of the people that go hard nonstop when it comes to workouts. So to hear you say that, it's definitely a change for sure. Yeah,
for sure.
And my next question is, how's my brother Drew doing? That's the only question I got. How's my man Drew doing? That's my guy.
that's the most important question.
You know, that's my guy.
You know what? He's good. And let me tell you, so before he picks a ride, he'll be like, I can't pick an Alex ride unless I'm going to demolish it. Because he said just hearing your voice taps into like the recesses of his brain and he will like run through a brick wall.
That's my man. No, that's babe. My man.
I'm like, babe, just take the pop ride. Just take a low impact. He's like, no, you don't understand. It doesn't matter. Like he has the intensity that he taps into like that frequency. But so yeah, he's obsessed with your rides, first of all. But he's good. God. And I'm just grateful that we get to like, you know, you were at our wedding and you never know. I mean, life is going to throw all kinds of stuff at a marriage, but we're so grateful that we're actually have this time together. Like,
absolutely.
We are taking a real understanding that like we have an amazing relationship and we actually have time to be together when most people at the beginning of a marriage, you know, they're trying to save, they're trying to do this and that, and they're running around. And meanwhile, the world has kept us home directly after we went on a 2-week honeymoon. So I'm just like, you know what? Thank you for that silver lining, because I love my man.
Yo, it's beauty in the struggle, right? We're all struggling to stay home, but you found the beauty of it and you get to stay home with your beautiful man. That's my guy. Love you. True legend.
Yeah, your family for sure. All right, so where can people find you if they're just discovering the magic of Alex Toussaint?
Make sure you find me on the leaderboard right now, because I'm a Peloton home rider right now, Mr. Toussaint 25. If not, find me on Facebook, Alex Toussaint Peloton, or Instagram and Twitter at Alex Toussaint 25. And most importantly, just find me showing love. Wherever I am, I'm showing love. If I'm not, check my vibe for me, please.
Oh, 100. So one thing I want to close out on, you said in one of your rides that you're not worried about the Alex part of your name. You're worried about the legacy of the Toussaint part of your name.
Absolutely.
So when we're talking in 50 years, what do you want your legacy to have been?
I want whoever comes after me with that same last name to know that I always led with love. No matter what I did, however I leave this planet, that name Toussaint, you always know we led with love. That was the number one thing. That's it.
Damn, that's a perfect way to end it. Thank you, fam. So appreciate you. So much love for you. Thank you for talking with me today. And
Cool. Thank you
sending
as
you
always.
love. Be well and love to Cassius.
Absolutely. Much love to you and Drew. Please be safe, Queen. And absolutely, we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you
Love.
for this. This was amazing.
Thank you, Queen.
Oh my God. Awesome. Thank you, Alex.
Appreciate
I appreciate you taking the time today. And
Love.
really, like, keep taking pictures of Cassius and posting, because I can be the auntie, the TT from afar.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be Auntie Robin. You already know. You know that.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Thank you
All
again.
right,
I appreciate
I'll let you go on with your day. Sending you love.
Have a good day, Quinn.
Bye.